Sorry I'm so late, T-Rex. The moon woke me up last night. What? Yeah, it has power. 41 degrees, 11:04 a.m. Wow, we slept in March 25th, and we've got the just past full worm moon. It was full at 3 o'clock this morning. Could you feel it? I felt it. I think about it, I wake up, I look at it. I saw it on a number of cams. I think that the cam at J Peak was the most impressive. It was a clear sky, and there was no wind. I mean, I can't see wind. I can see wind here with my flag. But last night was no wind inland and very windy here at my house. It's not the same storm as 2 days ago. That same storm as 2 days ago is now up by Greenland. Sub 980, developing hurricane force. It spawned another storm, the southern end of its front, and it is backing southeast to Nantucket. We've got a 10-foot swell at the Boston buoy, 8-second period. Ouch. How about the ice bucket? It runneth over. Little tiny bit of ice left there. So technically this is the fourth out of the last 5 days with some ice in the bucket. Whoop, it just blew away. Blowing ice. This is really annoying, this kind of wind right here. I call it high barometer nor'easter. Storm is well offshore. I'm gonna try and get away from this wind and talk more about the weather. All right, Steve, let's go over to the bird feeder. No, this way. Come on. Come. How many people have a cat that comes when you ask it to come? And then what we do is put the line over the hook, and hopefully we won't lose Steve. And maybe I can come sit here behind this bush and talk without wind interference. So when I woke up to look at the moon, I also looked at the weather, of course, and completely opposite of last week when every day, now 2 weeks ago, we had that blizzard 2 weeks ago today in Vermont. And that was the beginning of this new cold wave. And for 2 weeks, for the most part, we called it low barometer cold when it was snowing every day up in the top of the mountain and raining down below. That was cold instability, low barometer cold when it's colder up on the summits. Well, it's completely different now. It's warmer up on the summits. All right, back to 3 o'clock this morning, 4 o'clock this morning. Top of Mount Washington was about 16 degrees. Saw one of the observers out there with his sling psychrometer. That measures your wet bulb and dry bulb temperature and the moon shadows and the headlight on him. That was really interesting. And at the bottom, go all the way below Pinkham Notch to Berlin, New Hampshire, it was 4 below zero. So it was a 20-degree inversion, colder in the valley than on top of the mountain. This is high barometer cold. Cold air is dense and it's stable. When you have the dense cold air beneath the less dense warm air, that's called stability. And it makes sunshine and beautiful weather. Why am I not skiing? Well, you know that story if you've been following along. Just a gorgeous ski day today. Yesterday, the lines were off the charts at J Peak. Weir didn't have any lines at Attitash. Good move, Weir. Oh, mailman must be here. Sorry, Rex. We're in our taping. Nothing interferes with our taping. Come back. Come. Steve, chasing leaves. Anyhow, no lines today. Rex, no. I think I gotta put Rex in the house. No line skiing today. Gorgeous day. Deepest snowpack of the season. Sunshine, blue sky, and March sunshine. And it's only in the 20s at the mountains. Why are we not there? You're going inside. Come on. Yeah, that's right. Half the reason people are here is because of you. So we'll keep making this video of you going inside, and it'll be me and Steve. See ya. Good luck getting up the stairs. He's still a little bit injured. He can get up the stairs, but he chooses not to often. He often chooses not to. All right, so recapping yesterday, a lot of reports of damage. It's very pretty, except for when the tree hits the house. Ice storms. There are Still more than 100,000 customers without electricity from New York to Maine, including Ross Bud and Francistown near Crotched. But the coast of Maine hit hardest, I would say, with close to a half-inch of rain. Same areas that experienced all those floods earlier in the year. Can't catch a break with the weather. Although in Beckett, Massachusetts, John Lowell also shared the picture of a blueberry bush encased in ice. He says the ice keeps it a little warmer. And you know how they freeze the orange crops sometimes to keep them from freezing to death? I mean, they water them and they put ice on them. Well, Mother Nature did that. So hopefully the blueberry crop will be okay. So we're in a cold wave. I guess I want to talk about one more thing I forgot about. Stowe. The cats and dogs distract me. Beautiful look from the Octagon cam, looking over at the summit and the chin of Mount Mansfield, where the snow depth is now 90 inches. And John Stafford, you remember him? He was out the window cleaning up after that blizzard a couple of weeks ago. We talked to him through the screen. His crew up there on the roof. Well, John Stafford also likes to, when he's not cleaning roofs by day or using the winch cat to groom by night, he goes hiking and snowboarding up on the ridge there at Mount Mansfield. And you can see all that snow. And this is what he saw on Saturday.
Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah. John and his friends were just above an avalanche. I would say it was probably human triggered, but they were in a safe spot and there was no one below them. So no one got hurt. But there was an avalanche on Mount Mansfield. We talked about the avalanche potential on Mount Washington yesterday. It's still there, but it's diminishing now. It'll go down day by day as the avalanches run out and your snowpack settles. All right, so now back. We're in a cold wave. Here's the 850 temperature that's up close to the summit of Mount Washington. We talk about it a lot. Purple is Arctic air. Look at all that Arctic air in southern Canada and here into the northeast. Blue is cold enough for snow, and yellow is warmth. So our cold wave is going to be interrupted here as we go into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's the yellow coming in, and here comes another cold front Thursday night. Friday, the weekend, a new cold wave comes in here to close out March for Easter and April Fool's Day, and there may be some action in there. Now, remember what I just said a few minutes ago about cold air, and even though last night here in Boston and Cape Cod we were only in the 30s, by day you're going to be colder near the ocean with this onshore flow. That's why I had no ice in the bucket while everyone else was freezing, sub-freezing this morning. And that ocean storm out there is going to kind of back in our direction, and the barometer is going to stay up. So all that warmth you just saw on the 850 map, that's going to go over the top of the cold. It's an inversion, and we are staying cold and windy here by the coast. Here's the day by day. Onshore flow, Tuesday. Showers are moving in, and then there's a warm front coming in here, and it's going to stall Wednesday, Thursday. Now, rain showers up in the mountains, it's going to be up in the about 50 degrees. Down here near Boston with an onshore flow in the 40s. We may get a weak southerly flow for a short time Wednesday night, early Thursday. Rain continues, waves of low pressure coming up here. Temperature and dew point both going up into the 50s for one day here. Maybe some more heavy rain to close out March, making it another wettest March in modern history for parts of the Northeast. I say another, I mean, we haven't had a bunch of wet Marches, but we've had a bunch of wettest, August, September, October. We're just going to keep that streak going. And then, all right, I hope I just interrupted and showed the Boston 3 to 5 day with the blue line and the red line temperature coming together and then going back down. All right, pick back up now with the Euro going into the weekend. A lot of isobars, blue lines. That's cold air advection. A new cold wave comes in here. It looks mostly dry now Saturday and Sunday. Kind of windy. Classic spring skiing. Better news for gardeners here. The wind won't be quite in off the ocean, so the temperature should be a little warmer now down near Boston than it is in the mountains. It'll be cold in the mountains. Each morning will be fast. And then Monday, April Fool's Day, it looks like a front's kind of lifting back to the north. And Monday night and Tuesday, some action coming through here with a low to our south. And then we're in the cold air again now for next Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, another low off the mid-Atlantic states. So all that's a real moving target. We're going to be on the cold side by then, and we may be in for some April Fool's flaky surprise. The GFS has a much more robust couple of days in there, and I hope I don't have to resort to using the GFS, but we had to do that one day last week when we said that the Euro went off the rails and lost the weekend storm, and that was a wise move, wasn't it? So we'll just watch which forecast models stay on the rails and talk about a gloomy week here by the ocean. Nicer inland, but we're all gonna have some rough weather in the middle of the week. Cold, good grass growing. Did you fertilize your lawn yet? We gotta fertilize the lawn before the next rain comes in here Thursday and Friday. All right, Steve. So and more, yesterday on Cape Cod, we did the north side 2 days ago. So yesterday, south side. And this is Route 28, Columns Restaurant, and the Osprey are back on Cape Cod. Talk about that and coming home to a brisk sunset, chasing the back edge of the storm cloud that never really cleared. It's now a new storm cloud that's over us until we get a little sunshine now, but not much sunshine this week at all down here. Talk to you tomorrow. You don't want to go up the stairs by yourself? Can I help you go up the stairs? Come on, Rex. Let's go up the stairs. All right. Here's the Enmore. Vinker. It's springtime. Unfortunately, the cod is pointed toward the northeast until further notice. It's freezing here in South Dennis, even as the sun shines through a sky full of ice crystals. Brisk. Time to go back to the cats and the dog. And classic springtime chill off the Atlantic Ocean. That's Bass River. You knew that. I hear the Carolina wren. Tiny bird. Way smaller than that nest. And on the south side today, breaking news, Royal Palace is now Moonfish, open at 7 a.m., breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And what about the old Columns Restaurant? That's the one of the first Christmas tree shops ever. Vacant. And now, the Columns may be restored. Was it a restaurant? I'm not even sure. Looking good now. What's it gonna be? Apartments? A house? Who knows? Sky full of ice. A little halo. Bring around the sun or moon, snow or rain soon. Despite a sky full of ice, breaking news. The Osprey are back from their winter way down south. Here in West Dennis. Not waiting long to make a family, are they? So the utilities companies try to get the Osprey to stop landing on the pole. They finally had to resort to building them a platform. Look at the Osprey building his nest right before our eyes here. Spring is here. Noise, 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 noise. The Osprey don't seem to care. Yeah, we see you, we hear you. You're very impressive. There's another Osprey nest over here. Do they all come back at the same time? I don't see any Osprey. And it's a dead freezing, freezing, freezing. So close with the blue sky, yet so far. Sundancer's opening April 4th. So I hear. That's the rumor anyway. Waterside dining and warm air before you know it. Oh, there's Diane taking care of business. Looking good. This actually qualifies as one of the coldest days of the winter, really, with the wind and the chill. Brisk. All right, let's go back to see the cats. Wow, it's a lot warmer here. It's in the low 40s. We were only in the 30s on Cape Cod, T-Rex. I missed you. Did you miss me? Oh my goodness, look at, not only is the bucket full, it's also got ice on top. How cool is that? March 24th, it didn't even melt. So there's the northern edge of the cloud that we saw from Bass River just a short time ago. So the upper level flow is parallel to the back edge of this cloud that just moved off North America. And the upper level flow from the southwest and the low level flow from the north. Differential advection. T-Rex is in a rare mood. Good to see you again, Steve. It's been 4 days. Been on a condolence tour. All right. So the weather is relentless. Peas and lettuce are still hiding underneath the soil. You want to take off on me, Steve? And how much rain did we get on Saturday night? So I told you it was a factor of 10. So the factor is a 0.16, means another 1.6. So that's 2.6 inches of rain here in Weymouth. All right, that's good. Just on the verge of a full moon, so you can't see it yet because the sun's not down yet. But more and more and more life and nature and nurture and blessings. 6:46, 42 degrees. What a weekend, what a winter. How about a little time lapse of that back edge of the cloud that just will not leave? Where's the moon? It's over there. May or may not get that. Is that you, Andrew and Sophie? Love you guys.